Every other word. Hello.
Welcome
to
Midpoint.
OCC's
Midweek
connection
to. Your midweek connection to Orchards Community Church.
Oh, thank you.
It's almost like we do this every week. We should know this.
Yeah. It's autopilot, though, when I do it.
Yeah, but doing every other word. Yeah, I don't even know if I did it right.
Welcome to Midpoint, OCC's midweek podcast aimed at helping you connect with last week's message and prepare you for next week's sermon. Let's dive in.
Hello and welcome to this week's Midpoint. Oh, do you need to answer that?
Calling me. No,
they are. They have deals for you.
They do. Hey, you should buy Christmas stuff. But that's
Snow machines.
So we do. We already have them. Yeah, we probably could use more. If we have like 90 just lined up and just snow the whole auditorium.
Yeah.
That's the pyrotechnics we're needing.
Yes.
Yeah. Snow machines.
At least one for every pillar in the church, because you had them kind of hidden behind the pillars.
That would be kind of cool.
Just one behind each
but
one.
They don't fan out. It would just be a row of people.
It would, yeah.
So, I mean, that'd be kind of funny, but
it'd be a huge mess.
An entire row. And it'd be all wet and
It was actually kind of sticky.
No, not after a while. Like it was sticky at first, but then once it dissipated, it was fine. So yeah, the solution is mostly water.
I felt bad for the families that left last year, and like the little girls had it just like their hair was like covered in it. I'm like, what is that doing later?
I was like, good luck, guys. Welcome to church. So I'm Brenton, you're Wesley, and we are talking about our service on Zacchaeus.
Zacchaeus.
Yeah. And I did want to mention one thing. So I was talking to, talking to a friend, and we were talking about why people redo things, and if we're doing something again, like, you know, if you're rewriting a book or something like that, then is it because you did it wrong the first time, and so you need to correct things? And so asking why we did Wesley and Brenton ruined Zacchaeus. Why did we do the story of Zacchaeus again?
Yeah. Technically, it was a little bit of a lie, because the first one wasn't a Wesley and Brenton ruin.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of a stretch. It was the WB show at the time.
Yeah.
But we had not added the ruin
It was the family service. It was the very first family service.
Because we had stole is a strong word.
Can you steal from yourself?
Well, I was going to say the Warner Brothers logo.
Yeah, we totally stole it. Borrowed.
Yeah, because it fit well. In fact, that is why it's in that order and not BW, is because we were stealing the Warner Brothers logo.
Yeah. Trademarked. Yeah.
Probably a good thing we went to ruin, so we didn't.
Yeah.
That didn't become a problem.
But so the question I would present to you is, did we do Zacchaeus again because we did it poorly last time?
No.
Okay.
No. In fact, I think both of us feel like that was one of the best ones we ever did.
Yeah.
And it was the first, and it had all the feels with it because it was the first. It was also, there were a lot of trials in that one of
illness.
I was sick.
Baby.
Layla was born. Yeah. Just not knowing how things were going to flow together.
Yeah.
And we weren't as good at writing them, and we memorized it.
Yeah. But it was only 7 minutes.
Yeah.
It was around there, maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we memorized the script.
The whole thing. Yeah. We didn't even have scripts up there. So it was different.
Yeah. And we also had so it was like a 10-minute script, and then we used to do like motion songs, which we kind of did today or this past weekend. But
because we did My Lighthouse, I'm pretty sure, for that one.
And then one of the other songs I
remember Johnny leading My Lighthouse.
Yeah. And then we did the WB show, and then we did another dance song. And then James came out and preached for 25, 30 minutes, something like that. So that was what family service was we'll give a kid's element to the service.
Yeah.
And then still have a sermon.
And always trying to keep to short attention spans. That was always shorter attention spans.
Yeah. Because adults are short attention span. Yeah, I get you.
And we legitimately wrote our notes on a napkin. That is a real thing that happened at Zany's.
You say that. I'm like, I don't remember that, but we did?
Yeah, and then you typed them out in your phone and texted it to us. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think I still have the text
It sounds organized.
Yeah.
Sounds like me, completely. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think we started writing it on a napkin, and then it was like, oh, this is actually making sense.
Yeah,
we should record
good.
this in a better format than napkin.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see those notes from way back when.
Yeah, I believe I still have them.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, no, it wasn't because we wanted to like fix what we did. We actually we kept to the original script, at least as far as the giving out the candy and stuff like that goes. Yeah. But this time around, we were like, don't focus on his height. That was kind of where we went with it. And then kind of wanting people to know why people didn't like Zacchaeus.
Yeah.
Which I think we nailed.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah. And the church was much smaller then. So we knew a lot of people didn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So even though we did do it, them, they did.
Because it would be 4 years ago, January.
And I do know some people that were there and they're like, I don't even remember that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it was essentially a brand new, just another WB show.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But.
It'd be interesting to know, take a poll, of who actually remembers. I bet there's very few.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, our families do.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah.
Yeah. I vividly remember it. It was really cool.
Mm-hmm. And one of the gals that was on stage this weekend, her family, I purposely asked if they would go to Monday night, just so we would know there was kids there.
Yeah. Yeah. Because there were not very many.
Yeah. Especially at that time.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
Well, even yesterday when we were doing worship and I was looking out and I was like, we're supposed to ask for 3 kids. I think there's 4 in here.
Yeah.
Like, what are we going to do? And so, yeah, that was fun. So, so we ruined it because we hadn't actually ruined it last time. Mm-hmm. It was a WB show, not a WB ruin.
Yes.
Next question. So WB Ruin is actually just a series. The family service is what we're doing, but we have gone through a series of WB Ruin, which is where we take the kid's story and then ruin it by bringing it back in line with the Bible. Do you think we will continue with WB Ruin? Where are you right now with it?
No, I think we won't.
Okay.
But I can't say that definitively.
Yeah.
They have a really, they're easier to write than our old style, especially to keep kind of have a little bit of a valleys and peaks of attention. They're very easy. They match that really well. Yeah. Which is nice.
Yeah. You can have a joke, then you read the story, then you play a game, then you read the Bible, then you play a game, then you read the Bible some more, then you're done.
And I like the repetition. Like there are parts that we kind of repeat over and over and over. And I think that's a good thing. I think that helps the message stick with all of us, but especially kids and youth. I think that stuff's important. So I think that's good. But I don't know. I'd kind of like to do some more lesser known stories in the Bible because they're just some fun. There are some fun ones.
Yeah.
We could do David and Abigail, and that's a super relatable story. I don't know if we could do any of the Judges, but some of the Judges' stories are crazy.
Yeah.
But they end so brutally. Every single one of them ends.
Judges is a hard,
Yeah. The story of Eli, is it Eli's son or Samuel's kids when they lose the ark? And
to the Philistines,
and God brings the ark back with the cows.
I'm actually reading through Samuel right now. The Philistines,
I can't remember whose sons it is. It's either because they carry the ark into battle. I can't remember if it's Eli's sons. I think it's
Eli's sons. Yeah,
and they lose the ark.
I want to say Phineas and Ferb, but it's not Phineas.
And they come back and tell Eli, and he falls off the chair and he dies.
Yeah, so that's 1 Samuel 4.
And then the Israelites are totally undeserving.
Yeah.
They don't do anything, and God brings the ark back with 2 cows.
Yeah,
I mean, basically.
because the ark is basically killing all the Philistines.
Yeah, and they're like, let's just tie it to
let's
just tie it to these cows, and the cows bring it all the way back.
Yeah,
or these steers or ox or whatever.
God's like, I don't need you. I got this.
And the Israelites then try to help, and then a bunch of them die too.
That'd be a great story for kids.
But I mean, it's a fun.
Yeah.
It's a fun story,
Yeah.
and luckily that last part's not as brutal as some of the rest of the stuff. There's some fun.
Yeah, we could do some obscure. I like that, the obscure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even some of the stories in Acts are fun.
Basically, where just God kills people. Like those are the stories.
Ananias and Sapphira.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
No, I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, I think that could be kind of fun.
Maccabees. We could. Sorry. That's different.
You better clarify. Yeah.
Nope. They're just gonna leave it.
They're just.
Where's that?
Where's that at? Yeah. You have to have a different Bible to see that one.
Yeah. It's funny. I was talking about books of the Bible with my kids just today, and they were like, "How many books are in the Bible?" And I was like, "There's 66." I was like, "Some have more." I think the Catholic Bible has 67.
So I grew up in the Catholic Church.
69?
I never saw that, the Apocrypha, because they have the Apocrypha. Yeah. I never saw that version in the Catholic Church, but it could. I mean, that is true.
There are more.
Yes,
but I was like, so ours is 66 books.
But I never saw one that actually had it.
Okay. Yeah, I just heard about it because I remember I had a coworker, and for some reason I was just like, "Hey, how many books are in the Bible?" And I think she said 67, and I was like, "No, there's not." And she goes, "I'm Catholic," and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." I didn't know that, so that was how I knew that there's different books. But
yes,
but anyway, so I was talking to him, and he was like, "Are you sure there's not 6, 7?" You know, and he was doing the whole 6, 7 thing, and I was like, "I think God in His wisdom knew I'm not going to do that, so we're going to put 66 in, just so they can't say anything." There's like, in 2025, there's going to be this really dumb thing that kids do. I don't want to associate it with my book.
Yeah.
So
yes.
So anyway. There's 66 books in the Bible.
66, yep.
Yeah. So it'd be good to get a new bumper video, too, if we did a different,
And I'm not going to lie, I'm tired of the theme song.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little tired of it, too.
It was fun, but
it's still fun.
I'm
you see it, and it's like, oh, it's nostalgic.
But now I just feel like I just awkwardly stand there through it, and I don't know what to do with my hands anymore.
Yeah. Well, we're supposed to come out after that, but you always come out before because you just like to.
Oh, you're talking about the intro. I'm talking about the theme song.
Oh, you're talking about the Wesley and Brenton.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
It's Wesley and Brenton.
Yeah. I'm over that one.
Ooh,
the beginning one, whatever.
Oh,
yeah. I always come out early because I usually have stuff I need to
set up.
Yeah. Otherwise, my junk is just in your way when you're worshiping, and nobody needs that.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Do you remember when we flipped the giant coin?
Yes,
that was fun. Mm-hmm. I still have the coin.
And I know you do.
Yeah, it's in the back. It's behind the screen.
Yes,
so we pass by it every day.
But you have the orchard side out.
Yeah, I didn't want to put my face on. That's weird. That'd be weird.
Yeah, it didn't flip.
It never flipped.
I somehow made a coin that wouldn't flip.
Yeah.
And I put a lot of weight on the end. I wrapped the outside in rubber, and I thought it was for sure heavy enough.
What story was that we did? I don't remember. Was that a WB ruin?
It was.
Okay. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Which is kind of cool. The fact that we've done enough to where we're like, I don't remember where that was. But yeah, there's a giant coin back there. So if you're wondering, on the worship team, if you're wondering what that is, that's what that is. It's from a WB show.
Yeah, I could go. We did it right after Easter, not last year, but the year before. But I cannot remember.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and remember because it was a game of flipping heads and tails, and heads was my face.
Yeah.
That you had somebody paint. So
they did excellent.
Yeah,
they did.
It's really good.
It's really good.
And on the back, tails is the Orchard's logo.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I'm like, I'm going to keep this because it's my coin. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I didn't want to put it in my office because that'd be weird. You walk into my office, it's just my face on this. It looks like a shrine to me.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that. But
it looks like a shrine to yourself.
Yeah.
Is it an idol if you're well, it is. Okay.
Yes.
This is not even answered my own question.
So I wanted to say, so a lot of times we talk about like why we do the WB show, why we're doing family services, but I thought it would be good for you to go on a parenting diatribe of.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. It was a big word.
Diatribe?
Diatribe. Oh, I think I used it correctly.
I bet you did.
Now I got to double check. Hold on.
All right, tribe. We're going to talk about eating healthy.
Diatribe. A forceful, bitter, and abusive verbal attack on someone or something. Often a lengthy and critical speech and piece of writing. So like a Wesley rant would be a diatribe.
We don't need any of those.
Yeah. So I didn't. Maybe I did. Maybe I was using it, and then I was like, oh no, maybe yeah. Forceful and bitter verbal attack against someone or something. A diatribe.
What about parenting?
Don't do that.
I've never heard that. I learned a word though.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. James would be proud. Yeah. See, we're just two dumb people just doing a podcast. That's the title.
Yeah.
Two dumb people doing a podcast.
I second that.
So, I mean, I don't want to say you're the parenting pastor, but being the children's / family kind of pastor, what do you think would be useful to talk about to help parents right now? Going into the holidays, what is something you see just as a children's pastor that you're, not necessarily like with, I don't know, whatever God has put on your heart, and I don't know, just something that might bless the church to put you on the spot.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
What wisdom?
Thank goodness I did not drink a bunch of caffeine today.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is an underlying thing, I think, for a long time with the WB show. So, I think it fits. But I think it's important for kids to go to church. I think it's important for kids to sit in the whole service.
Okay.
And I think, you're hearing that from a children's pastor who will still have Sunday mornings, Sunday school for everybody on Sunday mornings.
So you essentially don't want to have a job, is what you're saying?
Yeah. I think if it got to the point where, like, it just was such an ingrained thing in families, that this is a habit that they did, and the church came together on it, and which I think is happening.
Yeah.
I felt this is a feeling thing, and we can expand on it so you can write it down in a minute. But I felt different this time. Like I felt like the generations together were just really enjoying being together this week. Like all different types of people and different walks of life just came up to me and just were appreciative of.
Yeah.
I think having the cinnamon rolls at the end and everybody can just hang out together and eat cinnamon rolls. I think all of that stuff was really good. But going back to that's always been kind of an underlying thing for the WB show. We don't always present it super clearly, but is to get families comfortable sitting together in church.
Yeah.
Because it's super important.
And that's also something that you guys say when you're even doing the kids' invitation, which again, that wording is intentional. We're not dismissing kids to church downstairs. We're inviting them to go if they want to go. So we call it the invitation. But you and Andrew always say, if you guys want to stay, that's great.
Yeah.
Like if you would like to join and you like to get some age appropriate stuff, then great. But if you want to stay, like we're okay with the wiggles. We're okay with kids in service. I think that's great.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and I want to for families, like I know hearing that how daunting that seems and how just uncomfortable, and I know even the like, well, I'm going to get less out of the service. Probably. Probably. Like I'm not discounting any of that, and I'm not discounting how hard it's going to be. But man, that's parenting. Like I also don't watch very much TV anymore, not because I don't want to, but because I'm tired of being asked if we can watch something else. Like like I don't have complete thoughts when I'm home anymore. Like I think that's part of parenting, and I don't think church is any different. But I think that as a parent, I just want to encourage parents that your impact on your kids is like, this is coming from somebody who works with kids all the time. Your impact is far greater than even you know. Like, I guarantee it is. And I fear that because I know how life is. Like, I know how life goes, and I know that all of us have the best of intentions throughout the week. We're going to pray before dinner. We're going to actually sit down for dinner together. You know, we're going to do these things. And I got this really cool devotional for Advent that, we're going to do. And I know what happens. And it's like, bam, Sunday's here. And you're like, I didn't do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I know how it goes. And I'm there too. Like, it happens to me. But the disciplines that you have of worshiping with the rest of the church and just praising God together and praying together, and communion, and just remembering what Jesus did for us and who he is in our life. And even the message that James presents, all of that stuff is important. And that is a time for you to model it, even if it's messier than you would like it to be.
Yeah.
And it's an accountability that we can have together as a church, where it's like, man, I fell short this week. I didn't do any of the things I wanted to do, but I'm still, like, we have made Sundays important. And your kids seeing that, I think, is very important.
Yeah.
And we can't, like, we have a great team on Sunday mornings, and they pour their hearts out for kids, and, but we can't reproduce that. Like, we cannot reproduce kids seeing you lower your head and pray to God.
Yeah.
And listening to James through the Holy Spirit convict of how you can be a better person. Like, kids seeing you change and your heart change, and you backtrack and go, oh, man, I messed up this week. I need to apologize. I think that is far more impactful, because I can't apologize for those things on Sunday mornings.
Yeah.
I can apologize that you don't want to be here and you're tired. Like, I'm sorry, man, but like, here we are. And I think those opportunities are very important. And I also think that there is an underlying question of, like, there's a weird thing of, like, okay, if it's not that important for my kids to attend corporate worship, so I'm talking about just the structured Sunday morning, when is it appropriate? Like, when is the line? Because it becomes really blurry. And what I have found, and I think, Andrew would agree, because we were actually talking about this in staff meeting a little bit this morning, that line gets so blurry that kids don't know when they graduate, and they just stay in the blurry. That's what typically happens, because the line is very blurry for them too.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, man, I'm a Christ follower. I put my faith in Jesus. I've been baptized. I've gone through these things, but man, I haven't gone to church for 20 years. Like, do I really need to? And I think that's where but we know the slippery slope to that is, and we know that's a lie, that they believe, but then they don't, and then they lose the accountability, and we know the slide that happens very quickly after that. And that doesn't mean it's gonna be a perfect system, but I think it's important for kids to go to service. I think the Holy Spirit can speak to them just as much in little snippets, and I don't mean to talk bad about my wife. She would agree with this, but my wife struggles to pay attention, and she still sits in service, because it's important.
Yeah.
And if it's important for her, she would also agree that it's important for kids too.
Yeah.
And that's going back to the WB show. That's, one of the things we know that's not a normative thing, especially here, and we know that it's hard. But this is hopefully an encouragement of, like, that wasn't so bad. Maybe this can be a baby step, because it is a huge bridge to try to jump over if you haven't made that bridge already of going from never taking your kids to service to bringing your kids into service.
Yeah.
And that doesn't discount Sunday mornings either. I think having kids around other kids, and being with their peers and seeing them on the same walk, I think that's super important. On the flip side of that, seeing core group, your oldest is very clearly in a core group of kids of this church. Sadly, your other two probably aren't quite as much, but there's a very clear core with your oldest. And those kids will move mountains because they're going through it together. So, like, that stuff is important.
Yeah.
We don't have infinite time, but ideally, your family go to classes one service and go to a service the next service all together. I think that'd be the most ideal.
Yeah.
But I think if you're going to choose one of the two, I think bring your kids to service.
Just have them sit in.
I do.
Yeah.
That's my rant. Is that it?
That was a good diatribe. It wasn't a diatribe, but it was close. Yeah. It wasn't as angry or bitter. It wasn't
bitter.
Yeah. No, and I think we need to have a culture, which is what we're trying to. I mean, even just because we were talking about a staff meeting. I think creating the culture of it's okay for kids to be in service. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I remember, I'm not going to say this person's name, but I remember when we first started doing that, there were people that complained, and I'm sure there are some still out there that's like, hey, it's hard for me to pay attention when there's a kid crying behind me. Like, I get that. I understand. But also, isn't it cool if there's a kid behind you? And pretty sure Jesus literally talked about this. You know, don't suffer the children to come to me. Like or suffer the children to come to me. Like they basically bring the children to me. Don't stop them from coming to me. And yes, we can have them go downstairs and you know, sometimes parents feel, I mean, I know I feel that I need a break for my kids. That there's like Sunday's my day. Like you go to your church.
I get it.
I get 40 minutes all to myself. Like I just get to just sit and relax and not have to change diapers.
My wife is there 100% right now.
I get that. And yes, totally understand that. That is true. But also, our job is not to be comfortable. Our job is to raise our kids in Christ.
Yeah.
And like parenting is a sacrifice until you die. That's what I hear. And so like if we really want to raise up the next generation of Christ followers, we need to be okay as a church, not even just as parents, but when kids are crying, like to be accommodating, like, hey, it's okay. Like, don't make people feel guilty. Don't give them the snide looks. Don't clap when they get up and leave service. You know, not that happens, but there is that sense of that there is the sense that we need to fight against, which is, this is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I know people feel it. It's really hard to, if I'm being perfectly honest, it's really hard to stay on point, even with a script, when kids are crying, because it's distracting.
Yeah.
But I remember one thing that I try to do is I'm like, man, I understand, one, what that's like. I know what it's like to be that person that everybody's looking at. You know, the person on the airplane where your kids are crying and everybody looks at you like, oh, I can't believe. And you're like, I'm doing my best. I'm really trying. They're uncomfortable. They don't know how to communicate. Like they're 2 or they're 5 or they're 14. Like they're still learning and growing. So like, I'm doing my best. Like we're not trying to ruin your life. We're just trying to live and they're still learning.
Yeah.
And I remember my the lead pastor from a couple churches ago, he was in the middle of a sermon and it was a good sermon. Like it was like nails. And all of a sudden, and this is a huge mega auditorium, this kid starts crying and like screaming and just like whatever. And the parent just got up and kept going. And he stopped his sermon and said, hey, we've all been there. God bless you. You're welcome here. Don't feel bad about it. And like totally stopped to acknowledge that person, acknowledge the struggle, and encourage them. And that's always stuck with me of just like, that's how the church needs to be. If our lead pastor, who is getting distracted from that, can go, no, that's a good distraction. Like we want you to be here and we love you and we understand. Everybody in this room who has kids understands exactly where you are and what you feel, and it's okay. And we want you to be here.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's how we need to be as a church. We need to be accepting of the uncomfortableness.
And the plane is a extreme example because there was nothing you could do on the plane. Like, I've never been in that situation. I tell Heather that, like, it was going to take an extreme situation for me to ever do that because I don't know that I can handle it.
Yeah. It's uncomfortable. You start sweating.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I can imagine. I mean, we've had it enough. I remember, anyways. But that doesn't go to say, you know, like we also, part of being trying to accommodate, I mean, we have the wiggle room. We have those things because sometimes we all know it. Kids cross a point where it's like, okay, they're never coming back.
Yeah.
They're never coming back to this.
They passed the threshold.
I am not paying attention anymore. And at this point, they are distracting everybody. Like, we've left grocery stores, you know, and, you know, just all your stuff.
You left like a full grocery.
It's like, you just, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Like, it's, you know, we got to go like deal with this. Like and so it's the parenting in church is always a nuanced thing. You know, we're not saying like sit through and suffer your kid.
Yeah, we do have other areres.
Yeah,
if it gets to that point.
But it's all stepping stones of like, okay, that week didn't go very well.
Yeah.
But we're gonna keep doing this slowly, you know, little bits at a time.
Yeah.
But I don't have, you know, I have some if anybody's ever interested, I'm happy to give some tips. An easy one, if you want your kids to enjoy service more or be more attentive, you create a playlist. I don't know how updated it is.
A worship music playlist.
Yeah,
that's pretty
updated. Of all the stuff that you guys play on stage. But your kids recognizing the songs will feel more like that's a place they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So if you just want to listen to that, I mean, that's a super easy thing. Just have that playlist on every once in a while that they can hear those songs and they can go, you know, hey, Dad, we listened to this song this week, you know.
And we created dance moves for it. Like, be silly with your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they recognize.
But how cool would it be if we were a church where parents with wiggly kids, let's just say that, like not even super disruptive, but just kids that they'll talk every once in a while, they'll kick your chair. Like how great of a church would we be if we were okay with that, with that messiness?
Yeah.
And where kids felt like they belonged and parents felt like they were supported by their church. And I think that's the church we would want to be.
Yeah.
We'd want to be that church to where, you know, when the kid reaches 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, they go, no, I know where I belong. I can totally go into that. Like, I know that person. I know this person. They know me. They've seen me. I've sat behind them or I've sat in front of them. You know, they've even helped when my mom, you know, was struggling. I remember they helped me out or they gave me a piece of candy or something like that, you know? Like, I think that would be the church we'd want to be, not the church that's uptight going, no, I don't want kids in there because it distracts me from what I want to do, you know? Like how that's a way that we can serve the body of just being okay with the messiness.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. And I mean, this is a super easy thing. I mean, this is how I start pretty much every single one of my training meetings. But okay, you're a person that doesn't have kids. Either aren't to that stage yet, or life happened and you're not in a place that you do. You can still be a part of that. And one of the easiest things we can do this is true of any ministry. The first thing to do is just learn a couple names. Like if there's kids that sit in your area, learn their name and say hi to them. You know, that will be huge steps. And you should do that really with other people. I mean, not just kids. Learning names will greatly tear down walls.
When people are creatures of habit, they're going to sit in the same spot. When you do the meet and greet, hey, what's your name? Good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then try to say hi to them. Try to say their name sometime other. You know, they're walking out the door. Oh, hey, see you, Jimmy. You know, just try to say their name another time, and it will start to stick.
Yeah.
I mean, I can remember names. It is easier for me, but I also have a lot of tools that I've learned over time with sales and to remember names,
mnemonic devices, and things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
yeah.
But anybody can start, and it will make a kid's day if you call them by name. Even when you are giving high fives and you call them by name, like it makes their day.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, that's cool. Well, luckily they have their name tag on.
That helps. Yeah.
I can read it real quick.
Most of them do. Yeah.
Riley. All right. Yeah. Stephanie. Yeah.
The worship pastor.
He knows my name. Yeah. That's still one of my favorite things. Which it's really just kind of a silly thing, but being on the side, opening the doors, and then having kids like high five me, and some of them are just like, I'm gonna crush this dude's hand. And they'll smack the kid behind them because they're winding up so much, and then they like either miss or they get like a good swing in and it pops, and you know, do the that was a good one. You know, you shake your hand.
Yeah.
That's really fun. Like, I don't know. I like that. It's fun.
Yeah. When you take one straight to the soft forearm.
Thanks, Joey.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's really cool. Yeah. I like that. So, but yeah, I don't know. Let's be a church where kids are welcome. Kids are welcome to be kids. And, you know, and I'm saying that as a parent who has kids that are messy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it's hard. I'm not saying, oh, it's going to be easy. Just, it's fine. Like, no, there's going to be days you're like, yep, nope, we need to go to the wiggle room.
Yeah.
Or, nope, you're going to go downstairs because, I know you're in a spot right now. Like, I get it. But I don't know, maybe just have your kids join you. Middle school, high school, even little kids, like once a month, once every other month. Like, just, no, you're going to sit in with me. I want to sit with you. I want you to be a part of what we're doing, And then maybe start volunteering in children's and go, I'm going to go downstairs and help you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a part of what you're doing. And just kind of just blurring the lines so that it's one church rather than.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish Andrew was here to speak into the youth too, because I think a lot of the same stuff applies.
Mm-hmm.
There was a kid, I may have mentioned this in a podcast a couple weeks ago, so my apologies if I did. But,
I forgive you.
There was a kid that we ran into when we were grocery shopping one time, and he came up to me and started talking to me, and I'm assuming his parents were there, and it was kind of the typical, like, they're looking at me like, how does he know you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, he talked to me, and it was good to see him, and he left, and Heather was like, was that a Nuwana kid? And I was like, no. And she's like, where do you know him from? Was he like in a small group with you or something at some point? I was like, no. I was like, I just call the kid by name every week. Like, that's all I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't know that I think that was the most I'd ever talked to him,
Yeah.
But like that just was, I've probably been doing it for a year and a half now.
Yeah.
I met him doing check-in at camp. And then I left because Andrew takes care of the rest. Yeah. I learned his name, and I just keep calling him by name. And
But he feels seen.
Yeah.
And feels like important, that he matters.
And he was excited to see me at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Enough that Heather was like, you guys must really know each other. I was like, no. I know. We do, because I know his name. And that just goes to show how far.
But I to your point, I think there is a separation because we see kids as less than. We see kids as not contributing to the church, that right now they're just kind of takers. They just take up resources. They take up time. They take up attention. And we don't see that kids, like even young kids, have the Holy Spirit. Mm-hmm. Teens have the Holy Spirit. Like young adults have the Holy Spirit. They're not less saved. They're not less used by God. They're just used by God differently.
Yeah.
And so I think if we start seeing them as fellow brothers and sisters in Christ, not as, well, you're a kid, so you don't belong here or whatever. You're going to go to your spot because you need to learn, blah, 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 blah. Like, no, they're equally part of the church as we are. And we need to not discount what God is doing in their lives and what they can offer us as Christ followers. Like, are they going to be our mentors? No. Because there's some maturity there that you need for a mentor, but they can still help you in your walk. They can still be valuable people in your walk with Christ. Like they're God can still use them. God can do a lot of amazing things through youth. And we need to not discount that just because it's messy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, the Holy Spirit can still speak through kids to you. I wish I had one I could think of right off the top of my head, but I know I've had moments where I was like, oh, okay, God.
It's very humbling, too, when it comes from,
it is.
6-year-old.
It is. It's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, very true. So anyways, there's my diatribe.
Yeah. One, your son said something while we were getting stuff together, and it meant a lot. Like, it surprisingly meant more than I thought it was going to. And it was just something like looking at the stage, and I was like, what do you think? Do you like it? And he goes, yeah, I like it. I think it looks good. I was like, dude, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Like that. I was like, okay, it looks cool. And that meant a lot, just to have the encouragement of a kid. Like that meant a lot for me. And we need to see that as a church. We need to not be so discounting. And this is kind of turned into a diatribe. So there we go.
Yeah.
This is the right word to use.
But there was no bitter attack
bitterness
towards a specific person.
Unless you would. No, I'm just kidding. No.
If you're this parent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did want to also publicly apologize to all the parents that we made cry. I know some of the parents got up and had to leave because We stole their candy.
Yeah. I tried to be as clear about that as I could.
Yeah. We are sorry about that. We did mention that they didn't have to take it.
Yeah.
We did have a parent that was like, "No, you're going to give this back.
You're going to give it back. This is part of it." Yeah.
Took the candy from the kid, gave it back. Kid started crying.
But there is part of it. Like, this is like I feel bad every time that stuff happens, and there are things that I avoid in ministry because I know it's going to cause that stuff to happen.
Yeah.
But that is also part of raising kids, and I'm trying to become more okay with that a little bit. We used to, and honestly, it was just because of lack of participation, but we used to do the like Pinewood Derby cars.
Yeah.
And they were super fun. But a majority of the kids would leave crying because they didn't win, or theirs would get stuck halfway down, or, you know. Yeah. I accidentally, when we were putting weights in one time, I drilled a hole all the way through the kid's car, you know. Oh. Like, it just, you know, like, there's so many rooms for error, and like, that isn't why we stopped doing it. It was actually just because of participation. It became nobody was participating anymore. But I avoid those types of things a lot of times, just because I don't want to deal with it. But that's part of it, though. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
It's just it is part of kids, and those are unfortunately hard lessons. I don't really want to be a part of them, but it is just kind of it is kind of part of life. And hopefully, those parents can have a conversation. Yeah, sorry. You know, but
now you know why you hate Zacchaeus.
Yeah. I mean, that is if you miss that part, that story falls fairly flat.
Yeah. Because otherwise, it's just, we don't understand the tax collector.
Yeah. God just saves goofy people.
Yeah.
No, God saves all kinds of people. Yeah. All kinds of people.
Yeah. Like me and you. All right. Anything else you want to say?
Nope. I enjoyed our time together, and I thank you guys for your patience with us. And they're fun to write. Yeah. They're fun to do. I do enjoy them. But it's hard to find the lines sometimes, you know? But
yeah. Well, and I'm praying that God will continue to bless us with good content for services that will edify the body, but also be fun and enjoyable, and not have to have you stand out there awkwardly for our theme song. So, yeah.
I mean, I'm okay standing there awkwardly for the theme song. But,
Well, you came up with a dance.
I did.
Which I was like, that's pretty good. I don't know why it took us this long to come up with a dance. That was good. Yeah, that was good. So, I mean, creative, you know?
It was.
Creative. Anyway, I think we should call it.
I'm good at that.
Yeah. Every other word.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Or thank
you
for
joining us. Is that not it?
Joining. You said joining us.
Oh.
Yeah. I did it too. Yeah, it's fine. I don't know where we'd go.
Do we need to start over?
No, okay. It's just, thank you so much for being a part of this week's Midpoint. If you have any questions, you can always send them in. OCCpodcast@lewistonocc.org. You can text or email that address. But hope to see you joining us in service on Sunday mornings at 8, 9:45, and 11:30. And we also have the same Monday night service at 7 p.m. We have stuff for kids. We have stuff for young adults. We have stuff for old adults. We have stuff for everybody to help us grow in our relationship.
Did you say beyond? Didn't you say beyond adults in one of the service?
I did. Those are dead.
Anyway, yes. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah. Know that you guys are so loved by everybody here at OCC, all the Orchardians, and certainly by God.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.